I got an open mind, like a golden child. You try to go for points, I try to go for style. I do my city pride, I try to keep it wild. Ichiban, wicked one, Okinawa loud. I drink Guinnesses and go to dinner with my nemesis. Have a couple laughs while they plot how to finish this. Interested on how to get up on a wizard list. Senseless, you sense I'm the sensei apprentices. I'm the salt up in the cut, huh? Who you trying to play but us, huh? Like a DJ turning stuff. Who you trying to fool? We all know that shit's a plug, yeah.
Harry fucking Henderson, catch me in the mood. I ain't too cool for wrecking shit. Stoners on the loose, call that shit a hippie flip. And we just getting going. Yeah, this shit's just my starter kit. I'm on a good one, real fucking good one. I'm feeling brand new. Yeah, I'm talking Rita. I'm talking about
Good
me.
morning.
Talking about the real one.
Hello.
I'm out with Jenny tossing rocks at the building. Holly Stone, all that shit. So fly, call me pilot. MCs get a tourniquet. Body bag that murdered it. This evidence is evident. We stampede in elephant. We crash out. I'm King Bitch. I bitches off like little bitch.
Someone in class is asking, they said they feel very confused because they have some doctors telling them to not head down the path of taking prescription drugs and SSRIs to cure their ills, or what ails them, I should say. What ails you? Right, so they said they have some doctors warning them about the dangers and safe natural alternatives, which have been around for many years, right? And they said that it's scary to them that there are other doctors who are pushing that on them. Yeah, many of us have been concerned about that for years. Back in 2008, I can't even begin to tell you the number of people that were in an uproar, and to see a lot of them get targeted by these punks and pieces of shit with their fear propaganda, getting the I'm sorry, excuse my French. Can you understand we're dead mothers? We're lucky to be alive. And these punks and nasty fucking people have been playing games in our communities for a long time. Going around pretty much door to door, huh? Right, helping to save communities one at a time. Oh, you heroes, helping get the problems and the spoiled brats and the bullies, the fucking criminals fucking our kids and killing innocent people really love you fucking pieces of shit. They really do. They fucking love you so much. We did at one point. I know, we used to have love for some of those people, but let bygones be bygones, huh? They're fucked in the head, dude, and they need help. It's absolutely appalling and disgusting to us what they've been doing, especially the last 10 to 15 years, and what they've been saying and reporting in our systems and putting people in danger and getting children and adults killed. They think they're fucking cool, and they think they're helping people, not let spoiled brats and people taking things for granted get away with what they're doing. We gotta stop them, teach them how to appreciate things and be accountable. Productive members of society. You fucking nasty pigs. You know exactly what the fuck you did. Proper authorities need to address the children that have been fucked and tortured here for years by these punks, who have been feeding out child and animal pornography and abuse to a lot of different people, similar to the way the investigators do it. Okay, and sometimes we get some sick investigators, don't we? That don't seem to know what's going on, and they get caught up in the mix. Getting pulled this way and that way. Yeah, it happened. It already happened. And back between 2008 and 2012, you'll see a lot of missions all throughout our forces that were being turned around when they were realizing what the fuck was going on. Many are still catching up. They didn't seem to understand, and they thought they didn't understand. No, because they really needed to stop them, right? The bullies are real. Non-vaxxers, the pandemic, it's real. Right, between 2008 and 2012, why were they squashing all that stuff? With infectious disease and the understanding of that stuff and the vaccines and the overprescribing of SSRIs and the concerns there. And when you understand how those businesses are connected, yeah, it should wake you up a little bit. We're not telling you to stop taking your drugs and that you're a bad person or a druggie or a victim or a criminal because you take or use those drugs. I know people get offended and then they want to cry and tell us about how the drugs helped them and we're mean people. Yeah, we got sick of that in 2008 and 9. We were already fucking sick of it, and then when we go into the main parent federation and the fucking cunts in there want to ignore the concerns within our healthcare systems and school departments and fucking cry about a goddamn dog that got left out in the cold in Whitefield in 1997 and how Prozac really helped them when mommy died. And we're being mean and inconsiderate. You fucking stupid Hitlers. No, they're the Nazis. We're dealing with fucking children, and the proper authorities need to step in over here. The fraud and the abuse is beyond comprehension. You can't even fucking begin to encompass it. I don't think you can. I think you're too fucking retarded and caught up in the limelights myself. Did you help the sluts? Did you get the prostitutes off the street that were selling their babies? Poor victims. You motherfuckers better wake the fuck up and get real. Your little chit-chat time is over. But they'll carry on. In the meantime, between time, hopefully citizens and people who are listening understand what the fuck is happening here. And the proper authorities need to get our children away from those fucking monsters and report the facts here. You dumb fucking activist, dog, drug-loving pieces of shit. See how we love drugs and dogs too? Are we offending ourselves? Are we being mean to ourselves? Can you see we're talking about specific ones? Motherfucking state workers. We appreciate 99.9% of them. Yeah, it's just speckled. It's that few handful spread throughout America in different communities where we're seeing a lot of the ruckus go on. Ironically, yeah, a lot of the people connected to those activist groups, Catholic charities. What does that have to do with Jewish people? Like all Jewish people? Or is it like a syndicated market that's connected, like Chinese grow ops, where it's being run by American and funded by fucking punks here, Americans, who get Chinese immigrants or people to be in the chop shop. So when it gets busted, all these Chinese grow ops. Who are the fucking punks that gave them the space and the time, man? Who's funding it? I know, we see it over and over again. We've been watching this shit since we were kids. Sometimes the punks, the white American punks and drug dealers, and people get prison time. Still, where are those dealers getting it from? Right, because when stuff is getting shipped here for, say, the purpose of medicine, and then certain loads get forked off, whoops, we lost a package. Must have been a miscount. Must have been a miscount. I think some fell overboard, sir. Right, they make sure to dump a few packages out in the ocean with trackers on it. And then divers would go out and collect them. Right, the exchange got made offshore. Yeah, so unless you had special, equipment. And even then, can you identify them? There's just little specks on a screen, huh? You can try to follow the lines. Just deal with it the best you can. You can't stop it. So once certain areas get flooded, all you can do is scoop up the users and abusers and get them on the programs and get them medicated before you put them back out into society, stabilized on medication. It's so fucked up. Such a fucked up system. Many people have been, what the fuck, and don't even want anything to do with it for decades. Right, and then a lot of the people that kind of separated themselves from that fucked up world in mainstream media, and you nasty fucking pieces of shit promoting your fucking nasty business models and Botox and stem cells and vaccines and SSRIs are fucked. Nasty fucking news people. You're gross. You're fucking gross. Again, it's like 95% of news people that are really good people seem to be anyways. I mean, we've never really met any of them, so even the ones that we have a good perception of could be horrible serial killers and child fuckers. We don't know. But from this current stance, 95% of them seem pretty cool. Yeah, about 5% of them seem to be nasty, fucking horrible people associated to some of these lines. Rachel! Are you a mad cow? We need to find out how they're getting our information and protect ourselves. Yeah, they're fucked. They don't give a shit about you. What about all the kids in the public school systems, Rachel? Seed oils! Seed oil! They're fucked, dude. They're fucked. Their brains are fucking fried. They're clouded. They're calcified. And they're so fucking clear, man. They're so clear. Clear as fucking glass. You can see right through them. 'Cause it takes two, baby. Steve Gutenberg. It takes... What other show is he on? He was in that movie, It Takes Two, but... My Two Dads. Yeah, My Two Dads. Was that the same girl that played Anna of Green Gables? Or is that a different one? Mr. Belvedere. But yeah, anyway, someone was highlighting how interesting it is that a lot of those people who condemned a lot of the ones in their little communities, calling them cults, Jesus juice drinkers, making people fear them because they don't conform to Western medicine and they're going to bring back measles. Yeah, they did the same thing to me when I didn't vaccinate my second son in 2009. I know, when a lot of them just want to be like, ha, I told you so. Yeah, good, now it's their time to find out what we've been dealing with. And it's like, what are you talking about? You're all fucking psycho. Go drink your grass over there, and you go pop your pills over there, and hopefully there's a third party that gives a fuck, because you people are all fucked. Right, so anyways, it's amazing how all those people that condemned him for years, attacked him, made fun of him, are all doing that, just very that thing. Seeking out natural cures and remedies and healing themselves, and wow. Trying to capitalize on the concerns with vaccines and other shit that they ignored for years and profited from. And then they target innocent people. And then do just that. The shit they made fun of for years and condemned is exactly what the fuck they're doing. From their households to their little communities, their gardens. Bunch of sick fucks, huh? And they're doing it with funding they got from what? From the No Child Left Behind stuff? From getting those programs implemented into all the schools? No, those kids, they don't deserve it. They want their drugs and video games. They don't care. At least we know how to do it and appreciate it. And we gotta help ourselves and be healthy so we can help others, right? Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Like you believe. Good morning.
Huge amounts of money, dedicating huge resources to trying to figure out what's going on.
I'll be writing songs till the end of all eternity. I never went to college, man, my band was my fraternity. Never stick my nose in the shit that ain't concerning me, but I'll be the first to swing, man, if you're burning me. Just another day wasted, man, I can taste it. Yeah.
He's reporting on the front lines. Now he's sharing what those experiences have taught him in his latest book, Red Teams. George Thomas has a preview.
As uncertainty around our nation and worldwide fuels talk about emergency preparedness and the role of faith communities, one veteran journalist is offering what he sees as a blueprint for both. Chuck Holton has spent decades serving in and covering some of the world's most dangerous places. The former U.S. Army Ranger turned journalist and author says those experiences inspired his latest book, Red Teams, Building Brotherhood, Preparing Communities, and Building the Church America Desperately Needs. The book challenges Christian men and churches to think beyond Sunday services and prepare for emergencies while building stronger communities rooted in faith, leadership, and service. Holton argues that resilience goes beyond survival to relationships and shared responsibility. In Red Teams, Holton makes the case for why he believes churches must play a unique role in times of turmoil.
As mentioned, the book is called Red Teams, and man, this is going to get your attention. Chuck's a familiar face to our 700 Club audience. Chuck, thanks for being in the studio.
Very glad to be here.
Something real striking in your book, if I may. You talked about how you're in a men's group meeting one night with church guys or something, and then you stood up and said, wait a second here, something's wrong. What happened that night?
You know, I got the sense that our men's group had been designed by women. It's like we were getting together every Thursday night and sharing our feelings. And I just felt like this is more of a ministry to men than it is a ministry through men. And I think if we really want to minister to men, we have to give them a purpose. We have to give them a goal. We have to give them something to work together toward, to fight through together. And so what we did was set up we started doing things like setting up a free oil change clinic for single moms in our area. And as we
missing the point. I need a coffee and a joint. I got this feeling inside. Can't find no balance in my mind. I must be missing the point. I need a coffee and a joint. Coffee and a joint, coffee and a joint. Yeah. Coffee in the joint, coffee in the joint. Coffee in the joint, coffee in the joint. Coffee in the joint, coffee. Yo, higher than an F-16 in Walgreens. Trying to find some eye drops at the bottom of the Listerine. Well, I'm Mr. Clean when I step on the scene. But yo, how did I get here? And what does this all mean? The last thing I remember was way back in September. Johnny had a doobie. It was movie full of pleasure. But I probably didn't measure the amount I should have taken. Now I'm standing on the feeling. And this feeling got me shaking. Yo, I get the bacon with my pen and crack a
As always, it's lovely to be with you for another episode of the podcast. This one is about, well, one of the most explosive subjects in the world today. Something that is still undeniably a factor in all of our destinies. For some, it's ripping the world apart, and it doesn't look like the trouble is going to end anytime soon. What always stands out for me, did then, does now, is greed, a human frailty. The episode is about discovering oil in the Middle East, the Levant. It's only the Middle East if you look at it from where we are. The people in the Middle East just call it home. But oil, obviously, was the energy that was going to power the world in large part from then on. It was the successor to coal. In our part of the world, in Britain, let's say, the Rhondda Valley in Wales.
Worth his weight in gold,
a generation or more before the discovery of oil in the Middle East. Coal in the Rhondda, the quality of the product there that generated unbelievable wealth, and oil did
Good morning,
more
Sybil.
for another bunch of people. How can and does our understanding of history behind the discovery of the world's largest oil field, in what is now modern day Iran, how can thinking about that help us in the present day? I suppose when I think about it, another thing that really chimes with me is the notion of the resource curse, which is to say that you might think that living somewhere that there's oil under the ground, or indeed anything of value, gold, diamonds, anything at all that's just there, you might think that's great news. Well, it's good and bad, because the resource curse has it, or points out that wherever there is an abundance of oil, or gas, or gold, there's usually trouble for the people living closest to it. That happens again and again and again. People are drawn to it from outside, from far away, and great wealth is generated, and some people living in the vicinity do very well out of it, thank you very much, but the resource curse says that maybe on balance, when it's all added up and all the accounts are completed, you might wish that the oil or the gold or the diamonds had never been there in the
I don't know who he's with that's an informant of his is overdosing.
Get the hell out of here, dude! You just stole our money from our house!
What do you work for? Special Activities Division. Why would your husband be dressed up like a police officer?
Police impersonated cases are one of the most fascinating cases for me to cover because there are so many twists and turns to a story. But it gets even more interesting if an officer pulls over a vehicle with an alleged impersonator who then commits the impersonation while the officer is standing there and is then accused of a felony committed just prior. This is one of those.
10-4-23.
What's up? Step back. What are you doing?
I don't know. What's up?
What are you? Just don't reach for anything. Walk in front of my squad. Just walk in front of the squad. You're speeding.
Oh, sorry.
Just walk in front of the squad.
We have an emergency. He's probably OD. So,
what's that?
said this guy probably OD. He's one of my informants.
He's one of your informants?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll come inside with you.
Yeah, come on.
All right. Who are you?
I tried to speak on the last name, and then I also tried to speak on the birthday.
My flashlight.
Who are you?
I was a teacher in Aroostook County for 40 plus years, and I loved it.
But federal law prevented retired Maine teachers, law enforcement, and firefighters from receiving the full Social Security benefits they earned. Susan Collins bought.
But whatever the United States does, I think that Iran is going to be very, the Iranian response is going to be very harsh. So I think that we've entered a new chapter in this confrontation. The Iranians have decided that enough is enough, that we have shown the world and our friends and people of the region and our own people that we have tried negotiations, and that the Americans are just simply incapable of negotiating and incapable of carrying out their commitments. And so we have to end this war by increasing the costs for the aggressor. So the war is not over. I mean, there's quiet right now, but this quiet can be very misleading.
We speak, the Strait
And
of
of course,
Hormuz
as we speak, the
is
Strait
shut.
of Hormuz is.
I mean, limited numbers of ships do go through, with Iranian consent, for the most part, actually. Even, I mean, those that go through the Iranian corridor, of course, they have consent. And some that go through the...
You take me to the real jail?
Yeah. We're taking me to the real jail.
alongside the Omani coast. Some of them, they go with the real jail.
No, we got a fake makeshift jail.
In some cases, there's like minor deals done between Iran and some of these countries where they
I wonder what the other one is to him. Like, what did he think the other option was besides the real jail?
And the Iranians.
I'm just curious in their head. Like, where did they think they might be going? I want to know. Like, I want to picture what they were picturing.
Events.
They think they were going to a clown show? Or?
If they attack,
we got cotton candy.
If
like, where did they think
to attack,
they might have been going?
Which countries are the main?
I want to know what the other option was in their head.
Location of these weapons that they're sending. Is it in Jordan? Is it in Kuwait, Bahrain? Where is it?
We need more funding to try to figure this out.
Yeah, they're everywhere.
We don't have any
funding. They moved some of their capabilities
you mean we're doing this shit for free?
As we all know, because
the soul
Iran
keeps
was
track.
A lot of their key assets. So they had to move a lot of their assets
score is on the board.
Which makes it much more expensive and difficult to attack Iran.
It's branded on your ass.
They do have lots of assets still.
Can you see it?
And of course they're working in northern Iraq as well. I don't know what what sort of presence the United States has in northern Iraq, but it's
what the hell? Look at his tire. What the frig? His whole freaking frame come off?
We had in the last 2 days, we had Iranian attacks in the northern part of Iraq, in Iraq Kurdistan. It seems that they still believe that these people are going to do something on that, on that border. But is it all about the U.S. forces there, or is it threat of those people who are part of the region, who are live in the region?
It's literally sitting right in the middle.
I mean, the troops that would be used in northern Iraq, just like alongside the Pakistani border with Iran,
he's in the carpool lane.
NATO
I could have sworn he had people with him.
But they would be proxies, so they would be terror organizations. Some of them Kurdish separatists, but there are others as well that have bases there or have a presence there. So they would act as US proxies. And so the Iranians have been striking them for a very long period of time. They've carried out operations inside northern Iraq and arrested some of these people and killed some others. The Iranians have warned the local Kurdish government in northern Iraq that if a major operation is carried out against the Iranian people, that Iran will blame them And they are very worried too. On the one hand, they're under pressure from Israelis and Americans who have been their allies. And on the other hand, they are afraid of the wrath of both Iran and the Iraqi resistance. So they're sort of they're stuck in the middle. But all these bases that have been created in northern Iraq were created under their nose and with their consent. They know exactly what's going on.
Your lucky stars, boy.
Allow this to happen.
Now listen here, Sonny.
So it doesn't necessarily have a great presence there with regard to meeting. It's all military personnel, just like in Pakistan. I doubt there are any Americans, except for probably CIA, dealing directly with these people on the ground in Pakistan against Iran. But those groups are being assisted by and Israeli and probably.
Yesterday, we heard 2 CIA or Mossad agents were killed in Balochistan. I don't know if there was something of that sort in Iranian media. Is there any sort of report? It was somehow a rumor.
In Iranian, the province of Sistan and Balochistan,
no, in Iran. They were killed.
I haven't seen that. You saw it in the Iranian media?
No, I saw it from in the Western media. It wasn't in Iranian media. No, it wasn't a prominent sort of source. It wasn't mainstream media. That's why I mentioned it as a rumor. I don't know if what is the situation with that border between Iran and Pakistan, which is so much important. Because they're always there,
Like, what is that?
Because of the history, we know that CIA and Mossad are active.
I'm just guessing. If you want to, can you check?
Well,
I know you can. But I'm guessing that somebody that was prescribed ADHD medication has grown up. I'm not right. We're not making excuses. So just so other people know, when we say those things, we can't check in on that stuff ourselves. Other people listening to us can, not all of them, but some of them can check in on those things. Not to be nosy, but I think over time they check our theories and just rambles. And we're spot on all the time, aren't we?
I don't know if you recall.
I mean, sometimes we're a little off, but usually we're right on. It's just because we've been doing this for so long, you just start to learn. Once you see it enough on paperwork and test results and in those groups, and you hear and see these behaviors over and over again, and you start to connect the dots with certain types of medications like benzos or sleeping medications or ADHD medications, And it's just it's weird to us. Almost it's uncanny sometimes how similar the behaviors, eye movements, kind of statements, lack of. Right, do you not get you just had an accident here? I mean, they seem fine, right? Gotta get to work. You see them all the time making your Slurpees. I know you do. So see how that right there had nothing to do with Slurpees, and they got that. They totally understood what that meant. If you didn't, you don't. It's okay. You might one day. And if you don't, it's okay. It's not anybody trying to keep secrets from you or being shady or anything. It's just a lingo, and if you get it, you get it. If you don't, we're usually not going to try to explain that, because then it turns into a psychotic sounding kind of ramble.
Attacking them on a daily basis.
We're like, man, we sound crazy. I'm not going to keep trying to explain
the government
the
innuendos. Talking about disarmament. I mean,
that's the whole point, right?
Resistance group in Iraq. And
it's not the whole point of an innuendo.
How much pressure can they bring on these people in Iraq? Is the government that powerful to disarm the resistance in Iraq, or is there any sort of talks between?
Those are such fun classes, and it's really all about letter placement.
What would be their policy
and
inside
elongating certain things, or being quick and sharp.
In the parliamentary elections,
see how it completely opens up a different type of
Iraqi
inebriation.
That are very friendly to Iran won.
Right. Some people, I think it just comes naturally.
So the Iraqi
to be
government,
able to perform those things a little better, just because it's been in their natural habitat.
Americans have a stranglehold over
whether
the
that
Iraqi
be
people.
on or offline.
All the Iraqi oil that is sold, the money goes to a U.S. bank.
Right, because you can watch the same movie as someone else, and someone might be like, "Oh," or someone else, "Cool."
You know, it's like
awesome. Oh, that's disgusting. Ugh, shut it off.
Americans
how can you watch that?
And if they don't obey, they strangle.
Pussy, you know, and I think over the years, like,
2-3 days ago,
that shock factor, people like, so they want to play it again the next time somebody comes over and see if it grosses them out.
Iraqi government employees haven't had their wages for a couple of months now.
How can you stand to watch that?
Iraqi money to force
Are
the
you
Iraqi
sick?
government to do what it wishes. But on
Right,
the
and then
other
they
hand,
talk to other people who like those movies. Man, people think that just because you watch a certain kind of movie, that makes you prone to be like that. Right, you know, the Dexter type shit, John Wick. Right, so I think over the years, yeah, a lot of people get into that stuff, like the white zombie kind of, Rob Zombie, gory type stuff. Yeah, we have a lot of movie makers here in this state that like to go beyond like the Blair Witch type stuff and get pretty gross and pornographic. They like to pay other people, see how the lengths, you know, some druggies will go through and what they'll do. Right, it's better than murdering somebody, right? You see some of them junkies, you can get them to kill and burn people for $500. Easy.
And is there any
do we need to show you another handful
maybe they're using
in recent years or
outside of the Strait of
over the 15-year cusp? Many people here on the about 15 years.
Because there are people talking
yeah,
about
many
this.
came on board in 2010. The private investigator that shot himself in 2009. Yeah, I'm not sure how a lot of the locals and idiots around here don't get
than anyone else. But,
the lines of communication with some of those things, and then the lines of communication with the doctors and experts and infectious disease specialists, and then the lines of communication with the rehab groups and programs we've been on for years. The year 2000, we were put on a few different ones, but we were already on some.
They go back and forth. And the Iranians can sink these ships with missiles, but sometimes they hit them with missiles, sometimes they hit them with drones as a, you know, to warn, to give them light punishment, and sometimes they tolerate them, as I said, because of
yeah, when you get up into those upper tiers of awareness, when it comes to the development of tracking devices, electronics, microchipping people and animals,
these are
wildlife.
Relations that, you know,
yeah, it's scary to us, the lack of awareness and basic education.
I don't know how long they last, and one day
and then you have a lot of people that kind of fall through the cracks. They get medicated, they don't understand the frequency, Kenneth.
Previous day. But there are...
No, some actually, you know, they don't. They really don't.
Iran and some of the countries in the Persian Gulf.
The policy...
And when you know and understand those capabilities, just like a psychedelic, when you know and understand the capabilities, that's why they do a lot of those training classes, so they understand. You might be dealing with
on how tolerant
someone that has no sense of what they're doing. It's a different kind of... It can catch officers by surprise, and many have gotten killed, but the training over the years, I think the awareness has risen so much, and you can see it in the body cam videos. And how cool is it that we can
for Iran as a country
kind of see all
if
that?
they give up the Strait of Hormuz, that means a
or you
lot
think back in the day, in the 90s, like cop shows,
it's not going to be for
it had camcorders and dash cams. There were no body cameras.
What is the sentiment in Iran?
Remember when GoPros and stuff came out, and hikers and bikers and stuff were using them, and some cops got in trouble for using them on the job. Because, like, you gotta see this shit, and I'm sick of fucking people undermining what I say and making me look like a fool.
That's for certain. And if
Right, I want the people to know what the hell's going on here, what we deal with. And then there were other ones that were like, hell no, we ain't wearing no body cameras. We're not going to be able to get away with shit.
And message to the United
So,
States.
right, 6 or 7. I mean, you could see it. And over the years, it seems to be dividing and unifying in ways.
Iran's response will be much more severe. So, it
So
doesn't matter what
wondrous,
type of
really.
aggression it is. It's just,
Unbelievable
Iran is going
heights.
to make life
Indescribable
much more miserable
feelings.
if they try to make life for Iranians more miserable.
Why are you taking me to the real jail?
In the past, they hit back hard, and during the past few months, Iran obviously had the upper hand, and that's why people say
Right, so over the years,
we often
people like want to find out if they were microchipped. Scan me. You know, many of you have done this, and we're like, would you stop fucking? This is bad. Stop it. I mean, you can do it if you want to. Now, if there is one in there, what are you gonna do?
One other thing is that
like strap you in a chair like Total Recall and pull it out your nose. Ah! Shot 3 titties. Ah!
For different reasons.
I always thought that was the coolest part.
War with Iran, some countries are friends with Iran. Some countries in the Persian Gulf do deals with Iran, but if the Americans try a new method to strangle Iran, then the Iranians will
get ready for your vacation of a lifetime.
But we've heard yesterday Donald Trump saying that the Strait is going to be owned by the United States sooner or later. Here is what
this is not what I ordered. I ordered the Bahama package.
Defeating Iran, which is being very badly defeated. Pretty soon I'll be declaring
Jamaica. Ooh,
foremost
I wanna
strait
take
a
it to
territory of the
Bermuda,
United States.
Bahamas, come on, pretty mama, Key Largo, Montego, baby.
Look at those seals in the background just clapping, like in a zoo. It just shows
that them don't know what Donald Trump is talking about.
They're mostly the MAGA cults, the less intelligent and more uneducated people in the United States. Not that all the intelligent, the educated and intelligent people are much better. I mean,
you wanna go and get away from it all.
Hillary Clinton called Trump's supporters deplorables, if I'm
Jamaica.
Ooh, and she said like half of them are deplorables. And she was right.
We're definitely making Needhams now.
She's just as deplorable of herself, and so are the people who surround her and the likes of her. But in any case, these people are...
We just need coconut,
I would assume.
chocolate, sugar.
When
that's about it.
It comes to the new mechanism
Let's make
of the
some
Strait of
Needhams.
Hormuz, how much of
A little bit of vanilla. Yeah. Like
the negotiations or what
have
has
you ever
happened so far
used a
is
few drops of
positive?
almond
Are they getting
extract?
to the final stage? And
The
what
chocolate
is the
orange
current
ones were
situation?
really good, just so you know. We did orange extract
The
one time.
negotiations are over. They've been over for a long time now. There's no disagreement.
I'm just saying, it's absolutely delicious. It's like a whole new treat.
An agreement because
It's the flavor profile is totally different.
Help, Trump will say, "Well, we won."
It's
when it has
very
nothing to do
good.
with
Yes.
Trump.
You like baklava? I like baklava.